What's up, everybody? I'm Alex.
I'm Ingrid.
And we are Encrypted Couple, your sexy crypto couple. And today we want to talk to you about NEO.
We had a fan request for this one, so here we are bringing it to you. Here's our information on NEO.
Now, first, let me tell you where I messed up with NEO. I bought NEO back when it was AntShares for a couple dollars, and I did not educate myself on what that was or whether or not it would provide me, future income. And so, unfortunately, I had a terrible sell back in the really terrible red days in the end of June and July. And I sold before it ever turned into NEO. And as a huge Matrix fan, I'm ashamed of myself. And
I think you
honestly,
accidentally took the blue pill that day.
Yeah. And it's funny because their logo was actually blue back then. But so I sold. I was panic sell. Don't do what I did with anything.
Why do you think we're always telling you to hodl, baby? Because this is what happens, and that's why we're here to share our mistakes with you so you don't make the same ones. So
exactly.
How is NEO different than Ethereum?
So NEO is different than Ethereum in that you don't need to learn a new programming language in order to program on the NEO blockchain.
And
with,
so how?
Well, with Ethereum, you need to learn the Solidity language, which is only used for Ethereum. So it's pretty useless, and most people would not want to have to learn a brand new language just to do that. But what were you saying?
I was just saying, well, how important do you think the programming is? I mean, you kind of answered that yourself, saying that obviously people don't want to have to learn a whole new language.
Me personally, the only programming I know is Markdown on Steemit. That's kind of how you can basically just make things look like a different layout and stuff on Steemit. I don't know any programming language, but even just that small bit was fairly difficult for me to learn, or at least it took a while. And so having to learn a brand new language to do a very complicated task, it's not really the most efficient thing to do. You would want to have a language you're very, very comfortable with, like, for example, Java or C#, which I think are the main two for NEO. So they have very, very common languages. I think one of my family members knows C# and Java. So that's kind of funny that
Java is one of the most world-renowned languages.
People who know Java and C# might not realize that they can code on a blockchain, but they can, So that's kind of cool, and that's, a small but very significant little, unique factor about NEO.
So, with this coin, are you able to do staking, and is there a minimum amount? I have heard of gas and that you can make some money. Can you kind of break that down for our viewers and let them know a little more what that's all about? Yeah,
so basically, as long as you're holding your NEO pretty much anywhere but Bittrex. Bittrex is one of the lame exchanges where they don't give you your gas, which is the staking token that you get. But basically, if you hold it in their online wallet on the NEO website, or if you, there's an online website where you can download the desktop wallet, or you can hold them in a place like Binance, but that does come with the risk of holding in an exchange, so you got to keep that in mind. But Binance pays out gas, the desktop wallet pays out gas, so those are your best options.
That sounds really great. So anything else you want to leave our viewers with about this coin?
Well, I think I would just keep an eye on in the future. They are doing ICOs on there, so there are going to be more things adding value to NEO, and that is one thing we're going to talk about in our next video, is how adding new tokens onto a blockchain can add value to it. So make sure to leave your Smart Cash address in a thoughtful comment below. The two winners from the last video were EK and Kirby on YouTube.
Thanks so much for your support, guys. Check your wallets later tonight.
We're
out and about.
We will send those Smart Cash when we get back home. And make sure to subscribe and follow, and we will see you in the next video.